Donald Trump has been named Time magazine's Person of the Year, the second time he's been awarded that title. Our North America correspondent Barbara Miller joins us from Washington. Barbara, good morning to you. So this has long been a fixation of Donald Trump.
Yeah, he was actually said to have a kind of fake Time cover at some of his golf courses where he was named Person of the Year in 2009. That didn't happen. He was, however, named Time's Person of the Year in 2016 and again now in 2024. Now, Time says that its Person of the Year is the person who, for better or for worse, has most shaped the world and headlines in the past year. And it says it wasn't a difficult decision to award it to Donald Trump. Time saying that perhaps no single individual has played a larger role in changing the course of politics and history than Trump since he first announced he was running for office. Time talked about his historic political rebirth to win this year's election, saying that he's realigned American politics and the presidency. Now, Donald Trump has been critical of previous winners who weren't him of the nomination for Person of the Year. They include Vladimir Putin, the climate activist Greta Thunberg. Previous presidents have often been named Person of the Year. And last year, Taylor Swift was Time's Person of the Year, a decision Trump was thought to be very critical of. Now, as part of the celebrations, he got to ring the opening bell at the New York Stock Exchange. He was flanked by members of his family, including his wife Melania, and his incoming administration, including RFK Jr., his pick for Health Secretary.
Well, thank you very much. This is an honor, a tremendous honor. I brought some of our compatriots along with us. They're going to do a beautiful job for you for the next 4 years. And it's really been something very special. And I have to say, Time Magazine getting this honor for the second time, I think I like it better this time, actually.
Now, in an accompanying interview in Time magazine, Donald Trump talked about his well-publicized plans to enact mass deportations of illegal immigrants. And he also talked again about plans to pardon some of those who took part in the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol, saying that he would perhaps do that, Michael, in the first 9 minutes of his presidency, which begins on January the 20th.
And meanwhile, Joe Biden has been wielding his presidential pardon pen in a large way today.
That's right, not for a family member this time. He earlier this month pardoned his son, Hunter Biden. This time he has commuted the sentences of 1,500 people. Those are people who were serving out their time since the COVID pandemic at home. And he's also pardoned 39 individuals, most of whom the White House says were serving time for non-violent drug offences. The White House is describing this as the largest single-day grant of clemency in modern history. But as we've talked about before, perhaps a bigger headline would be if Joe Biden decided in his remaining weeks in office to enact some kind of wide sweeping pardon for members of his administration, for members of the Department of Justice, perhaps, whom he might fear that Donald Trump and his Attorney General could go after once Donald Trump takes office. But it's clear with Donald Trump once again dominating the headlines today, even though Joe Biden has announced these hundreds and hundreds of pardons, that the current president is more and more looking like a lame duck. And as Time magazine says, Trump is once again at the center of the world, and according to the magazine, is in as strong a position as he has ever been.